So hey guys, and welcome to another Retro Games for Cheaters with me, Supernautus, and today we're playing The Death and Return of Superman on Super Nintendo. This is of course the 1994 release by Blizzard and Sunsoft, and yeah, it's a scrolling beat 'em up. We're playing this game with infinite lives and energy and special attacks, and we'll see how it gets on. As you can see, the greatest hero of all time, Superman, guards Metropolis and the world against all evil forces. So he says. Let's skip the demo and let's get started. So yeah, infinite lives, infinite energy, infinite specials. And obviously if the cheats don't work, so if we run out of lives and we get a game over, that means the game is over. But if we finish it, we finish it. So let's see how we get on. We got a bunch of guys. Deep inside the Metropolis power plant, the Underworlders celebrate their over. This looks like a job for Glasses Superman. Yes, Clark Kent turning into Superman. Supers. What, you didn't know? I mean, it was a pretty good disguise. A very good disguise, right? It's the Siege of the Underworlders. And let's see who we got to face. So yeah, it's not infinite health, in case you noticed our health bar going down. But it is infinite lives. There we go, look, we've got like guys called Rambo. It's like Rambo, but he's a ram, so I don't know. Take that, Rambo. There we go. Is that like a Rambo? It's like a beautiful ram. No. And we can fly. Although he doesn't make much use out of flying. I am interested, you know, obviously it's Superman we're talking about, and this guy can pull out a gun, and somehow bullets are penetrating Superman's skin because it does actually reduce his health. I mean, it's good that they didn't make him, you know, indestructible, I suppose. But what, does everyone have kryptonite bullets? What's going on? Is it Superman with reduced power? I want that. And now we can get rid of. And we got another weird drill bit type robot drill? I don't know quite what it is. So I've got a special attack. It's something that we have unlimited enough potentially. And we're dropping down a hole. It's an elevator. That means there's going to be guys coming from either side, as usual. Because that's how these things work, right? Igor and Rambo. It's a Cajun sheep. What's this? Tick. The Tick's managed to make his way into a DC game, look. Come on, who's next? Oh, another one. Hopefully I don't catch some kind of illness, Lyme's disease from this tick. Come on then, Rambo. Where's your red headband? There we go. And I mean, it is just more and more of them. Not a particularly fantastic game, it has to be said. It's smooth enough, but it was never very well received. It's not a bad game though. You know, it's not like unplayable, which is a shame. But yeah, I mean, for example, I think the Genesis version of this, the Mega Drive version of this game, I just throw a ship at him. God, reviews-wise, it was generally below average, shall we say. It was generally below average. So yeah, it wasn't a popular game. Why? Well, I don't know. It just, you know the problem, I think? How do you do a Superman game and have Superman be beatable? You know what I mean, I suppose is the problem. Or I suppose you could make something like Superman 64. That I don't have to tell anyone why that game's bad, do I? Has there ever actually been a good Superman game? I'm trying to think. I don't think there has. This tick guy is quite annoying. Aha, well, I forgot about my laser vision that does nothing. It stuns the guy for a second. Do you know what? That guy doing all his rotating is annoying me. So take that. That's what I say. It maybe does a little bit of damage to them, but I mean, when you're having searing laser vision launched at you, and apparently it doesn't instantly destroy you. I know it would make the game too easy. The enemy patterns are pretty predictable though, to be fair. If you played any game like this, the enemies are very predictable after a while. Oh, we can slam them against walls like Batman did in Batman Returns. See, this is the thing though, I suppose, you know, with Batman Returns or with a Batman game, you can believe that Batman could get hurt by someone. Superman game, no kryptonite. Can he really get beat? And now we have Closter! I have to admit to not being the biggest Superman fan, but I don't remember a character with that name, although the character does look familiar. And if you were scared of this guy, you might be claustrophobic. Ha ha ha. Get it? W-Lex update. Newsflash. A being of unknown origin is heading for Metropolis, destroying everything in its path. Not even the Justice League can stop it. I will try. Doomsday is here! Which means Superman's death is not far away. If I remember rightly, the story throughout this, or leading up to this, was basically an entire... There was a very long fight between Superman and Doomsday. Which led to all sorts of stuff. Now we have to stop him and not get crushed by wrecking balls. And there's Chainsaw, because he has a Molotov cocktail. Oh no, he doesn't, he has a chainsaw, but the other guy's called Chainsaw. Oh no, he's called Molotov, okay. So these guys are pretty literal with their names, huh? My name is Molotov, because I throw Molotov cocktails. Which means if they were to use some kind of well, I don't know. What if they all use different guns? Would one guy be called 9mm? No, that's not a type of gun, I'm aware. It's ammunition, but no bike for you. And if they use two different brands of shotguns, one guy's called Remington and the other guy's called, I don't know, Ithaca or something. Followed by the word shotgun, you know. Perhaps it would be the model number. I'm just talking absolute nonsense. It's pretty crazy though. I mean, riding your motorbike with a chainsaw in your hand, it's pretty dangerous. You know, I mean, that's a pretty dangerous thing to do. Oh, whoa. For some reason, my infinite special attacks don't seem to be giving me much luck right now. It's good that we can fly, because otherwise I might have had trouble getting up there. There we go. Next. More guys, no doubt. It's the arrival of Doomsday. Can we really beat him? I don't think we can. He's not particularly difficult to beat, actually. There he is, look, he's just... It's the first fight with Doomsday. So we've defeated him. But obviously that's just one little skirmish. Here he is again. For some reason... I thought that maybe we would just have another fight with him. Probably will. Don't come back. Yeah, had your warning. You could have just punched through the wall, that would be better. That would be a bit more interesting. Come on. And so there you go as well. Superman is weak to fire. Nobody knew that before. Maybe these are magic fires. Maybe that's what the problem is. Because you know Superman, he's susceptible to two things: kryptonite and magic. Those are the things that he's susceptible to. Motorbike. He actually... No, I thought that was a shotgun he had in his hand for a minute there. I mean, these look like... Especially the one with the Molotov cocktails, they just look like something out of Streets of Rage. No. He has way too much reach with that shotgun. There we go. Molotov down. What's next? Yeah, no special moves left, which makes me think maybe we're gonna run out of lives at some point. And if we do, well, we'll know that the cheats didn't work. Which is one thing that's interesting with a lot of these action replay type codes. They don't always work very well. I finally got rid of that guy on his motorbike. That was becoming annoying. It is a green flame on his lighter, so maybe it's like some sort of kryptonite lighter. I don't know, I'm just trying to find excuses for why Superman is susceptible to fire. Also, is that a Molotov that he's got, or is that... Is it dynamite? No, it's a Molotov. Come on, guys. You're better than this. Right, let's keep moving. I think we probably have to drop down again. If I get rid of the Molotov cocktail guy first, that would be good. He's annoying. Right, come on guys, let's do it. What's wrong? I thought these guys were supposed to be tough. Instead we just got random chainsaw guy. And also, can I say, if he's flipping through the air with a chainsaw in his hand because someone's launched him through the air, there's a good chance he might chop off one of his body parts with it while he's doing it. Probably his arm, you know, his hand. chop off his hand at the wrist or something. That would be something that would probably happen. And then you get set on fire by your mate, you know, I mean, that's... Afterwards, they would have had a good talking to. I thought we were friends, you just burned me, Molotov. Oh. Are we back with more Doomsday, or what's going on? Yep, there he is. Can I... Doomsday is here, says the front cover of the Daily Planet, even though he's only just arrived. They must have had a fast print run on newspapers. Wow, he's actually not... he's a bit tougher this time round. Not tough enough to deal with someone who has infinite lives. I'd have been dead a million times over by now. Although, you know, he's supposed to die to Doomsday, so... Would that just jump to the next stage, I wonder? That would be sensible. If you get killed by Doomsday at any point, you move into the return stage of the game. I don't think that did anything to him, did it? I haven't been able to hit him in, like, quite some time. That should be it. But he's just going to get up again. And there we go. It's the shot heard around the world. Or whatever. Level complete. Let's go on. Let's see what happens. No! To save the city, Superman gave his all and more. The world will forever mourn this day as the day its greatest hero fell. Who will defend us now? I mean, all the other Justice League members could. You know, Wonder Woman, Batman, you know, all these people. Just act like they're nothing. As soon as Superman's fallen, oh no, everyone else is garbage. Newsflash, reports of Superman sightings are pouring in from all over the city, but which one is it? There's this one. Some folk claim to have seen a Superman that is half man, half machine. The future of law enforcement. No, wait. That's a different series, right? Others claim to have seen a Superman who is the same, yet somehow changed. But you know, you see how he's wearing a visor, right? Well, Superman didn't wear one of them. Still others believe they've seen a young Superboy who didn't exist yet in this particular universe, I guess. Finally, we've received eyewitness reports of a man made of steel. Some report it's just a statue. Who's the real Superman? None of them and all of them and part of them and... Let me see. Anyway, time for the assault on Cadmus. Because they've got an awful lot of nickel cadmium around. And those batteries are... There we go, we're mechanical Superman. Well, part man, part machine Superman. We're Robo Superman. Robocop Superman. I mean... Anyway, like, all we have to do in this section is blast away. There is only one attack button from what I can see, so... Just shoot everything. That's the aim of the game. Try not to get defeated, I guess. It's not a particularly difficult fight. As long as we don't run into every single one of these things. Are we going to have like a shoot 'em up boss at the end? Or is he going to land and then have proper... He's going to land. And this is Defender. And Elite. Defender and Elite. Ah. Oh yeah, he's got like a big missile launching thing. This guy's annoying. Like, really annoying. And look, he's called Elite, right? But also, I noticed that his face on the little image of him looks like Master Chief. Is that intentional? Ah, now that he's got someone flying alongside him, he's not so tough, is he? He's not so elite. Where can we go here? Do we need to go up or down? I guess we're going up. No, we're going nowhere. I guess they told him he could be anything, so he said he wanted to be elite. This would be, instead of, if you think about all elite wrestling, it would just be this guy fighting himself all day long. In an alternate universe, maybe. Utter nonsense I'm speaking. Go up. What are you doing? Why can't you hit him? We flew in to fight him. See that? Like that launcher does no damage. It does less damage than a punch. Mind you, I mean, his punches are with a metal fist, so... The stage is quite annoying in the fact that I just hit his mate, his buddy, and then just carries on as if nothing happened. So yeah, these enemies are a bit annoying. Get rid of this guy. I guess that one's down, but now we have to fight another defender. Defending much, is he? Some logs. Up or down? Up. For a change. No, yeah, just slam him against the wall, that's the way to do it. I should get rid of that guy. Or at least one of that guy. He hit his friend. I guess they're not friends anymore. If they make it back to the home base. They'll be like, man, you just blew me up. I doubt they're going to be coming back. Right, up or down? Down or up? Left or right? Down. Here we go. Okay, we're entering a different area. Hopefully one where we don't have to navigate various ups and downs. We've got some people inside vats of some kind. I'm not talking about Fallout. As if that wasn't obvious. There we go. Who's next? It's Bill Goldberg rather than Superman. Oh, there we go. Switching places for a minute. Up and down. Get the flying man away. So what's where we're going to find here at Cadmus? There we go. So who's the boss going to be here, do you think? Has he got... I was going to say, has he got both legs? Because it looked like his left leg was missing. Oh, come on. So yeah, we have a variety of different Supermen, and this was the kind of story of. I remember reading this actually in a hardback novel. The story of a variety of different Supermen that arrive from a variety of different places, whether they've been made or, you know, genetically modified or anything like that. They've all taken the mantle of Superman, although they don't really get on very well with each other, presumably because one wants to be Superman more than the others. One of them was like, "That's not fair, I wanted to be Superman." Tell you what, mate, you can be Superman on Tuesday, and this guy was Superman on Wednesday. And then the one that doesn't really have any superpowers, he can be Superman whenever he wants, as long as he stays the hell away from any actual fights. No. So yeah, Cyborg Superman, who doesn't look very nice because he has that exposed metallic face. He looks like a Terminator. Like a Terminator just replaced Superman. You can just imagine instead of the T-800 looking for Sarah Connor, comes to the door going, you know, "Are you Martha Kid?" No. And that was the worst Arnold Schwarzenegger impression I've ever heard. "I shall return." No. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? A Superman Terminator crossover where the Terminator's looking to get rid of Superman before he's born by destroying the Kent's farm and making sure that nobody would rescue him, or just waiting. Just waiting for his pod to land. But could he get rid of him, I wonder? If that happened, if that was something that happened, would that be possible? Has there been a Superman Terminator crossover? I know there was a lot of crossover with Terminator and Predator and stuff like that with a variety of comics. I wonder if that would be a possible story. Who are we facing here? It's a flying suit of armour that I can't hit for some reason. It's a Sentinel! Wait a minute, are they not an X-Men? The bosses have patterns that make them impossible to really stand up and fight with at points, because like this one, it's got those things floating around it the whole time. So if you get hit by that, it knocks you back before you've had a chance to actually get an attack on. But one more should do. I wonder. There we go. It's destroyed! And there's Doomsday, look. You're not going to release him, are you? Level complete. Well, we've made our way to Doomsday. The question is, can we beat him? Fearing that Doomsday might somehow reawaken, the cyborg hurtles his body into deep space. I don't know if that's the right way to go about it, to be honest. Level 4, the last son of Krypton. Who are we? Who are we? So it's the Superman with the visor. He does like martial arts style kicks and punches. And breaks people's backs across his shoulders. Is this Bane? Are you Bane in disguise? Pre-Venom. Yeah. There we go, look, yeah, it's like a back-breaking thing over his shoulders. Yeah, slam him to the ground. Throw him to the floor. Molotov and chainsaw back at it again. The double act nobody knew they needed. No more biking. So this Superman, it's like a mixture of Cyclops and Superman. He's got the yellow visor on because if he takes it off, he'll blast lasers everywhere. Don't know, maybe that's the case. You guys. See, like, so that attack, the projectile attack that he has, it's fairly useless. I think it's useful for stunning an enemy. If you need to. But it's not really a particularly useful thing to fight with. Because it takes so long to charge up. And then when when it finishes to charge it up, it's powerless. It's totally worthless. So personally, I wouldn't bother using those attacks unless you have to, as I say, unless you have to stun something, which it definitely works for. Just made him throw his Molotov at his mate, so that's fine. Crack him across my shoulders. As you do. Like an egg. This is how you bake bad guy souffle. First, crack 2 bad guys into a bowl. Take that. Sorry, don't mind me, I just need to go and pick that up. I haven't had any special attacks since the first stage. Just pointing that out. So that cheat didn't work. But the others are working still, so we'll allow it to continue unless we get killed, like, permanently. Which will suggest that the infinite lives cheat didn't work. Because that's kind of the rule there, you know? Or, you know, until I come across something that I cannot get past. That's really annoying. That bike is like the most annoying thing. There we go. Like, yeah, the bikers are probably the most annoying part of this stage. Actually, I say that, that's not true, because the Molotov cocktail throwers are not much better, to be honest. Are we done? Moving on. Who's next? Oh look, it's more of them. Yeah, very imaginative naming for enemies, Molotov and Chainsaw, because they carry Molotovs and Chainsaws. Could they not have at least, like, switched their names? Like, oh, the guy with the chainsaw is called Molotov. Well, that doesn't make sense. Well, it does. Or, you know, incorporated Chainsaw into his name and more than just the lazy way of just calling him Chainsaw. I mean, at least he's not called, like, Street Thug #1. Come on. Right, that's it, Superman. Deal with these guys. We've got, like, a boss fight or something just to... It's the Man of Steel! It's the other Steel Man! Look, and he's got... Is that, Is that Steel, the character that... was he not in a film and it was Shaquille O'Neal playing the role? Is that who that is? Because he carried a hammer, didn't he? And if I remember rightly, he's the one who's actually on the side of... Well, I don't want to give anything away, really, but... Level complete! It's the man of actual steel against this guy. Yellow Superman. With a wave of my hand, I could destroy you, Man of Steel! But why would you? He's not a bad guy. It takes more than power to be Superman. It takes humanity and compassion. Perhaps you're right. Go in peace, Man of Steel. Together we shall watch over Metropolis. It can't hurt to have multiple people helping, right? Meanwhile, an enormous spacecraft appears over Coast City. I must go investigate the destruction of Coast City. So what have we got now? It's an ambush at Coast City. I guess we're playing the same guy then. Yep, we are. It's another flying, shooting mission. Weird, isn't it? These things die immediately to our hand beams, but living human beings apparently don't have their flesh seared by it. And also that background is horrendous. What's happened? The sky's on fire. Does the sky need to be on fire? Obviously the old Man of Steel can't do this because he can't fly. As far as I'm aware. Done. Next. Moving right along. Who's this guy? Warbot. And there's Warworlder and Warbot. I can't actually do anything to these guys, it seems like. I have to get them to beat each other. Right, you next. Look, there's one of those tick guys flying around. Is he going to be a pain now as well? Nope. No problem. Oh, it's Razorback, his name is, even though he looks exactly like that tick guy from before. This is another one. Oh, there's mines. There's land mines. Anti-Superman mines, I guess. Right, this guy's got to go first, I think. He's got to go first. Because he's annoying me. What? There's a purple guy. So who's that guy then? Destroyer! Because he's destroying things, you see. Oh, oops. I'm gonna get hit by that again, watch this. No, I didn't. That guy's almost dead. But not quite. There we go, we got him. We got the old Razorback. So called because he has razors on his back, I guess. Oh, someone's dropping bombs on me. Man, we got hit by something. I don't know quite what that was. You can stop now. All these people that they've annihilated with all this. He's no longer a problem. Or at least no longer a flying problem. That's good. Right. Oh, this guy's got his stupid spinning attack now. But he messed it up. He should have done it when he had the chance. Come on. That guy really turns into his little green spiky self. That's quite annoying. Green spiky razorback. But he's dead. Next, please. More bombs. We may as well just stand here, because it's not going to get rid of us permanently, is it? Or we could just move around. Either way, it's not going to do us a lot of damage. See? Easy. No problem at all. It's the cyborg! We've got to fight the Cyber Superman. And he's not going to be quite so friendly as the Man of Steel was, I don't think. He's actually quite annoyingly strong. I'm getting my particular body parts handed to me, I think. And that did nothing. Oh, it blew him up. And I know I'll beat him. It'll take a minute, but I know I can defeat him. If I can hit him. There we go, that's good. Although he only has one life, I have as many as I like. That didn't work out for me, I don't think. There we go. Right. The cyborg is down. What are you going to do? Hope you don't intend to blast. Oh, he blasted me. He knocked me down. Level complete. What's next? What is next? With the Eradicator out of the way, my goal draws one step closer now to deal with the Superboy. Well, let's see what happens. See what happens. Here we go. It's Superboy. Obviously, he's a little weaker than the others, although, you know, he's the most Superman-y Superman of all the Supermen. If you like. That makes sense, doesn't it? Oh no! Whatever will I do? There. I thought it was going to take forever to get him off his bike there. I think the biggest problem this game does have is that the combos aren't fluid. You know, as soon as you finish doing a combo, you leave yourself open for a few seconds. And that's kind of a big problem, I suppose. Big slam. And defeat. Oh, we got the guy off his bike, but that kind of wasn't the best way to do it, to be honest. Next. Oh, I made a mistake there, I walked right into it. I'm annoyed that I don't have any of my superpower, my special attacks, and that apparently I don't have any way to get one either. That would help me quite a lot. It has to be said. If that was an option. We'd probably get through these guys pretty fast. If we get that to work. But it doesn't, so... We got the guy off his bike. They could have added stuff like, because obviously with the guys with the motorbikes, you can use their motorbike and throw it at them. They maybe could have added a feature to this game where the bikers can get back on their bike if you don't get to it first. There we go. The streets of Metropolis are safe once again. Now to go check out Coast City. Let's do it then. So here we go. We're now in the same place that the old... Was he the Eradicator? But also the Steel Superman? We're okay. So yeah, the Superman with the yellow lenses and his with his thing. It's called the Eradicator. I think this character was actually called something like the Metropolis Kid or something at some point. But yeah, he's. It's Superboy. Wait, he just fell over. That guy there just fell over. He just like tripped, like had a comedy slip. I think he did. I'm thinking we know who the bad Superman is now. You know, just getting that opinion. Oh, Razorback, stop flying around on your little ship. Dead, right, move on. Oh, we're gonna get blown up a bit. Come on, come on, come on. There we go, that gets rid of one flying enemy. Like one wasn't enough. Yet again, no need to use the projectile attack because it's just not much use against them. Oh, we got lucky with the timing of the enemies there, didn't we? The Destroyer, as he calls himself, is destroyed. Probably going to get bombed again. This is pretty much exactly where... Oh yeah, this is pretty much exactly the same stage as we did before with the other guy, isn't it? Oh, this Warbot guy is annoying. No, he's not a guy, he's a robot, but for the purposes of anything, I'll just call him a guy, because you know, I use the word as if it's just a person. Okay, here we go. It's the Cyborg again. So at this stage, I think we could say he's a bad guy. If you didn't know that already. I can't beat... Every time I try to attack him, I get absolutely destroyed. He blew himself up at least, so that's good. The only time I seem to be able to hit him is between lives when I'm flashing. Which is... I can't get out of his way quickly enough. He's just too quick. But it's fine, we just attack him when we come back from losing a life. Because look, every time you get up, you're caught in a combo that you cannot break out of. So yeah, fighting him's pretty awkward. Oh, here he is. And he just... Sore loser, guys. He's a sore loser. Where am I and what's going on? You are in what used to be Coast City, now Engine City, and you're witnessing the restructuring of your planet. This is insane! You'll never get away with it! I stopped 2 Supermen already. I must proceed with my plans to erect a second Engine City in Metropolis. Goodbye for now, Super Child. So we're trapped. I must find a way to escape. I've got to warn the world. Meanwhile, among the polar ice caps far to the north, within the Fortress of Solitude, a being flutters weakly back to life. We all know who that is, right? Somebody is coming back. I never understood though why they didn't make this story into like a live action movie. I know you had Superman dying and coming back, but it wasn't really the same thing, was it? I mean, you didn't have the Doomsday fight, and you didn't have the multiple Supermen. Yes, there's an animated version of it, and it's worth watching, as a lot of the DC animated stuff is actually. What happened there? No, I lost a life. Level complete. That was hard. That was so difficult. Newsflash! A 5th hero has appeared claiming to be the real Superman. The Man of Steel. Oh no. Don't let the outfit fool you. I'm Superman, and I'm back. But is it really him? How do I know you're for real? Hey, we've got more important things to worry about. The cyborg plans to use Engine City to take over the entire planet. Not if I can help it. What are we waiting for? Let's do it! Let's get rid of these guys. Steel Rain. Not like Chocolate Rain. Here we are. We are now Steel. Oh, he can fly because he has like rocket boosters on his feet. Now you would expect that he should do more damage than... Well, what am I saying? He's a human being swinging a sledgehammer. Of course he's not going to do more damage than Superman. It's now a gold warbot. Like I just teleported in. They're all teleported in. I mean, at least his attacks seem to be pretty strong. You should be careful though. He's not actually superhuman, so... Nice slam. But it's just a... I've got a hammer and I'm gonna slam on you. And is he using it properly? Not like a WWE sledgehammer where he doesn't actually hit them with it at all. Or where he shields the damage by putting his hand on the end of it. I don't think he's doing that. I think he's properly laying into them. which is what I'd expect him to do. Take that, foul villain. He's got like scorpion attack. Half expect him to say, "Get over here!" This guy's annoying. I mean, the best way to defeat him is to go down on the ground. Sorry, I mean to go up in the air with him. Got rid of the Razorback, thank goodness. Oh, go away. Up you come then. Let's be having you. One sec. Okay. Alright, this is starting to get annoying. The whole game is, to be honest, it's just... It just seems to be geared towards you taking a lot of punishment without being able to do a lot about all of it. Constantly interrupted attacks. And I can understand attacks need to be interrupted from time to time. It's like you start attacking something and now it immediately you can't do it anymore. You just keep coming. See? I would have defeated him easily and then I could have turned my attentions to the War Worlder. But that's not what he wanted. Oh no. And once you're in a combo, it doesn't seem like you can break that combo to attack the person behind you other than stopping the combo. That thing's starting to annoy me. Well, let's deal with this while we're up here. That's better. And then he comes along. Come on. Don't slow down. Then we have to deal with another warbot. Luckily the destroyer guy's easy enough to get rid of anyway. We're moving on. Boom, ba-da-dum, boom. I deal with this one from the air. Ah. Okay, let's keep moving and try and take out these guys. Oh, they're coming on these pad things. Is that like a teleporter, I take it? You can't fight me if I'm up here, can you, robot? But yeah, they just keep coming. There's another one. Ah, no. This guy thinks he can do it, but he's not going to. get up in the air quickly enough there. Come on, Man of Steel. Or, yeah. Or just Steel. Because, you know, Superman's the Man of Steel. I can't believe he would take his name like that. Razorback down, and that guy's down as well. Come on then. Flying Man. Oh, now I gotta fight. You can't escape it. Like, you can't... They can move out of the way, but when you're attacking, you can't do anything apart from take whatever punishment they want to hand out to you. Pretty much. Where is he? I mean, that's all there is kind of with it, I think. Right, are we done? Can we move on? Are we near the end of this stage? Do something more interesting, like fight a boss, or... I think the other problem is some of the stages, considering you're just doing the same thing over and over again with the same set of enemies, you know, it gets a bit repetitive and tedious. So, you know, people don't like this game, and with good reason. It starts to get a bit tedious. As I say, not the worst game ever made, but there's just a few elements of it that just make it quite a tedious game to play. Which is really the main issue I think people had with it, was it got quite... It didn't give anything new in the way of this kind of game. That's probably one of the key factors that made this just not a very popular game. I think that, and for as recognisable as he is, Superman isn't as popular as some of the other heroes. I mean, he's probably the most recognisable superhero in history, right? Alongside Batman and probably Spider-Man. But I don't think he's as popular as those two. I'm not saying he's not popular, in case anyone, you know, I gotta be careful who I'm talking up here. I'm not saying that I'm know everything about those comics, but I don't tend to hear very many positive opinions on Superman as a character. There we go, so we've got through this stage without having to fight a boss. They're too late to stop the destruction of Metropolis. Launch the missile. Engine City's just launched a missile heading straight for Metropolis. We've got to stop it. No sweat. The kid will handle this one. I hope you will. Metropolis, ground zero. And I guess we just have to keep shooting at it until it gets destroyed, right? How could it fly when it doesn't have any boosters? Okay, I lost a life there, but that's fine. It is just like a side-scrolling shooter almost. Having trouble. We're probably going to lose another life. No, the missile is down. And that was that level completed. Nice easy level. Our only hope of destroying Engine City is to get to the engine's core. But the city's powered by kryptonite. If you're the real Superman, you won't survive. I'll go alone. He's human, you know. Good luck, he says. So we have to try and shut down the engine's core. Are we going to have to fight a lot of guys while we do it, or are we just going to be destroying the engine's core? Okay, we've got some electrical things to avoid. But it doesn't matter to me. Is that its core, or is there more are there more parts to come? I guess that was only part of its core. Wow. Yeah, I mean, these things that are flying around are kind of annoying. Where's the core? But we'll be alright, we can survive this. Come on, I just want the core so we can get out of here. If I stay up here and then go down there, doesn't really help me that much. Okay. That's fine. How far away is this? Have we done it? Wait, what just happened? We're not back at the start of the level, are we? Oh no, there's some weird other enemy things here now. So no, we're not back at the start of the level. I can't hit these things. So just ignore them. We don't need to fight them. Got it. Good. I lulled it into a false sense of security, made it think that we weren't going to attack it. This is, obviously this is an area where you will lose a lot of lives if you're not very good at the game. Because I've already lost quite a few. Where's this core? I mean, if he was Superman, he could just burrow right into the centre of it and it wouldn't be a problem. Is that like kryptonite lasers or something? Is that what we're... I thought it was electricity, but maybe it's some sort of kryptonite based thing. Ah, here we go. The core is a giant face. Apparently. That's one of his weapons destroyed. Pummel his face until he goes down. I think we're done. I think we're done. Meanwhile, far to the north in the Fortress of Solitude... Oh, someone just came shooting out of there. The Return of Superman. I think we might have missed a little bit of story there. Look, it's the... Oh! Wait, so you just combined... We're normal Superman again! We've combined two people into Superman. So we get to fight the same group of dull enemies as Superman. And still with no special attacks. Were those only allowed at the start of the game? Was it only in stage 1 you could have them or something? So it gets us through. But it doesn't stop the game being really boring. I think that's the biggest problem, you know? There's just nothing interesting about it. It's a generic beat-em-up with fairly basic setup. 4 or 5 different characters who all play pretty much exactly the same, apart from some very slight variation in moves. there's not much to take home about it and say, you should play this again, or you should play this at all. What would my suggestion be? Try it for yourself. If you like, but it's not great. It's not great. It's not a game that has ever been great, and I don't think it ever will be. But at least, you know, unlike some things, it's playable. Which is kind of the most important thing when it comes to a game, right? You need to be able to play it. And it'll pass an hour or so. Oh. Let's get rid of this flying menace. Turn into Jonah Jameson. It's a menace. Oh, come on. I know he has nothing to do with Superman, I just thought I would say that because, you know, I should turn my back on the enemy. Oops. I've had enough of his scorpion-esque attacks. Right, can we move on? No, more of this garbage. Oh. It's like really just... I almost want to stop just because it's dull. But that's not the rule. Well, play a game till you get bored, that's not the rule. Or until you get, like, really annoyed. You know, sometimes you do that. I mean, sometimes you'll sit there and you'll be like, I don't want to play this game anymore. That's why I'm afraid I'm not likely to play any Souls-style games on my channel. Because they really do annoy me. Not because I have a problem with people liking difficult games, because I don't have the patience to fight one boss 5,000 times. I just don't. I know a lot of people say, oh, it wouldn't be 5,000 times. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. I think I managed to defeat the big dragon at the start of Demon's Souls by standing there with thousands of arrows and eventually taking it out, but you have to be in the right mindset for those kinds of games, and I'm just not. Come on. If you've got a lot of enemies surrounding you here, it becomes an absolute pain because they will just swarm you. And no sooner have you tried to attack one than another one will be attacking you. Like this guy, you know, there's the robot. I get him. The other guy, I'll shoot his weapon. If I get the other guy, he'll grab me with his claw. Oh, here we go. Something different. It's the cyborg! And again, I can't get a shot in on him unless I've lost a life. Look at that. It's the same every time. As soon as you get up, he's right on top of you. And he just pummels you. Come on, up you come. You can fly too, so what are you waiting for? He won't fly. Oh, there we go. There we go, that's better. Oh, he's throwing a bomb. Ah, that's what he's going to do. If I do jumping attacks at him, he'll just throw bombs at me. Yeah, he'll just do that. So he's got an answer for everything, and he's right on top of you whenever you like get your whenever you get a new life. Whenever he knocks you down, he's immediately on top, which is the right way to do it, but you know. Oh, there we go, we got him. We almost got him. And if you're doing that attack, he will still attack you. Oh, I messed up there. My only chance to defeat him before losing my life. Right, that's it, surely. Get rid of him. Uh-oh. And we destroyed him! We destroyed him! Is that it? What's happening? You're the real thing, alright. They say. Thanks, Superboy. Well done, Superman. And I do mean Superman. Good. I'm glad you mean that. The one and only, they say. Is that a song? Well, there we go. It would appear that we have finished The Death and Return of Superman. It says, amazing, what I've experienced defies description. Doomsday killed me and the cyborg nearly destroyed the Earth. The Eradicator brought me back to life and full power. I should feel tired, but I don't. I'm rejuvenated in a way I never thought possible. I have no idea what's coming next. But I know whatever it is, I'll be able to handle it better than ever. Why is that then? Because you stole someone's power. See, now he's a power leech too. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching The Death and Return of Superman on Retro Games for Cheaters. As you can see, we managed to get to the end. One of the cheats stopped working, the one with the infinite special attacks. We never got a special attack again after the first stage, it looked like. But other than that, no real problems with the cheats. But, you know, the game's pretty dull. So there you go. If you did enjoy watching the game though, please feel free to hit that like button, maybe add a subscription. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.